Hello and welcome to the Notary Coach blog. My name is Bill Soroka, founder of Notary Coach and the Notary Business Builder Advanced Notary Mastermind. This is my blog. Today's topic is how to use artificial intelligence to create content for your notary business. Now, this article probably has the most graphics I've ever used in a blog article before. So I just ask that you bear with me as I come to those graphics and try to describe them to you on this audio blog. But I'll highly recommend that you take a moment to visit notarycoach.com/blog if you want to take a look at these graphics so you can see some of the examples that I give as I experienced using AI to create content. So let's jump into it. During my recent prolific content creation workshop at NBB, a student asked me what I thought of using artificial intelligence or AI to write content for blogs. Now, this is literally a workshop where I write a piece of content like a blog article from scratch in collaboration with fellow members, and we make it customizable so each notary can use a personalized version of it on their own platforms. So, being the writer snob that I am, I shared my distaste of some random robot wrecking my craft. I wasn't a fan. Writing is supposed to be pure, I said. It's supposed to be an extension of our soul, I cried. It's our personality on paper, I pontificated. Blah, blah, blah. The fact is, not everyone enjoys writing as much as I do, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean the need to write or otherwise create valuable content is any less important. Content should not be ignored. Content creation is critical for next level success. This is how your ideal customers get to know, like, and trust you. I've been preaching it for 5 years now. If more notaries did it, more phones would ring. But with artificial intelligence? Isn't AI supposed to destroy the world? As I pacified my fears of a Terminator-style end of civilization as we know it, with a cookie and a nap, I said, what if AI actually makes content creation more accessible to those notaries who think it's out of reach right now? I mean, if I truly believe that content helps build successful businesses, I do, and notaries need help creating content, they do, then shouldn't I at least give it a look? So I tried it using ChatGPT. It's a free website. And there's also an app that uses their AI, Chatio, and it's a paid service. How good could a robot's writing be anyway, right? Here's the response from Chatio, the very first message I sent. Mobile notary near me is all I typed into it. And it shot back a great definition of exactly what a notary public is. And it also said to find a mobile notary near you, search online for mobile notary near me and include your city and state in the search query. Okay. Not bad, robot. Not bad at all. Decent definition and great tip on finding a notary for sure. It's not perfect, but then again, what writing is perfect, especially on the first go-round? Hemingway said, the first draft of anything is shit. And some of these other examples I got from ChatGPT were exactly that. Shit. Let me show you what I mean. When I messaged, how much does a mobile notary cost? Here's the response I received from Chatio. The cost of a mobile notary varies depending on the complexity of notarization process and the location of the notary. Generally, the cost of basic notarization ranges from $15 to $25, but other services may cost more. All right, totally general, not exactly accurate. Could be on the low side for some states, might be on the high side for some states. But I think I like ChatGPT's answer better. And I tweaked the question a bit too. How much is a mobile notary? And this is what they had to say. The cost of a mobile notary can vary depending on the location and the specific services required. In general, mobile notaries charge a fee for their travel and an additional fee for each notarization they perform. This fee may be based on the number of pages that need to be notarized, the type of document being notarized, or other factors. Some mobile notaries charge an hourly rate for their services, while others charge a flat fee. It's best to contact a local mobile notary to get an accurate estimate for the services you need. Not a bad response from artificial intelligence. Now, what if we wanted to write something about another service that we commonly offer in our business these days, apostille facilitation? I asked Chatio, what is an apostille? And it gave me a very nice, pretty accurate response on that. So then I went a different direction. I said, I asked Chatio, what's the best way to get out of a speeding ticket? They said the best way to get out of a speeding ticket is to politely explain to the officer why you were speeding and apologize for your mistake. Showing respect to the officer and taking responsibility for your actions will increase the chances of leniency. Additionally, be sure to have all necessary documents, for example, registration, insurance, etc., on hand. Okay, note to self, robot. While imperfect and incomplete, these auto-produced responses were actually quite good for prompts. With a little tickling of the keyboard, AI programs like ChatGPT could be the answer for notaries who struggle to create content. Another example, in the Prolific Content Creation course, we just wrote 2 articles. One about Real ID updates and one about the rise in smishing scams. The combined research included reading at least 12 to 15 different websites and resources, and we created some decent content. I was curious what ChatGPT would do with it. So when I asked Chatio, when do the Real ID laws get implemented, it gave me some random information about the Real ID Act. Ultimately, pretty worthless, but it could still be a good starting point. But when I asked the ChatGPT chatbot, how can I avoid a smishing attack? It gave me 7 super clear steps to avoid a smishing attack. The suggestions generated from the AI were similar to what we found in the research we had done. And I'll give you an example of the exact article we wrote, as well as the 7 steps that the AI came up with. And if you use those 7 steps the AI came up with and you added a bit more of a story and sprinkled it in with some of your own personality, this might actually be a really good, valuable piece of content. Be aware that using artificial intelligence comes with some risks of inaccuracies, though, among other risks. Look at this example of the question I asked. What is in-person electronic notarization, which is legal in all 50 states and is in fact performed in person? Here's the incorrect info from Chatio. It said that in-person electronic notarization is a process that allows notarial acts to be performed remotely using digital technology. This process involves the use of video conferencing and digital signature software to verify the identity of the person signing the document and to ensure that the signature is authentic. The notary then affixes their digital seal to the document, making it legally binding. Pretty inaccurate. In fact, this answer provided was clearly more about remote online notarization, or RON, which is not yet legal for notaries in all 50 states to perform, and it's done virtually. Now, that's a big deal. It's a huge difference. So if you decide to use AI, use it wisely and with appropriate due diligence. This is a relatively new technology and will need to be patient and observant. And if you want to take a stab at it, here are my suggestions. 5 ways to get started with artificial intelligence to write your notary content. Number 1, visit ChatGPT at their free website. 2, tinker and play with it a bit. It's insanely simple to use and, like I said, free, and it gets smarter and smarter every day with every person that uses it. Yes, I paid about $6 for 500 credits on the paid app called Chatio. I got that from the app or the Play Store, so I can play with it a lot. Number 3, ask better questions to get better answers. Incidentally, this works for people as well. And yes, 500 credits on Chatio goes pretty fast, so stick to the free ChatGPT website. Number 4, use your results as a writing prompt only. Utilize it more as a launch pad instead of the final destination. Add your personality and your own state-specific information to make it relevant and valuable for your prospects. And then number 5, once you've created your content, get creative with where you use your content. Consider using it on blogs, vlogs like video blogs, social media posts, LinkedIn articles, your Google business profile posts, and of course, sometimes most importantly, using them as emails to stay in touch with your database. But never forget that your personal flavor and personality is ultimately what makes or breaks your business. If your content reads like a robot wrote it, no one's going to read it. And more importantly, your prospects miss out on an opportunity to get to know, like, and trust you, which means they probably won't hire you. I asked Chatio, what are the best questions to ask an attorney before you hire them? And Chatio actually came up with 8 awesome questions to ask an attorney before you actually hire them. Now, this is a great launching point for a useful article. This could be enhanced with a personal story of yours or a story you heard somewhere. You could add your own flair, then easily optimize for keywords and phrases that you hope to rank for in Google in your city. Now, this is where I see the real value of AI. It can help us be more efficient content creators. We all struggle with coming up with content ideas, even if you love to write. And who has time to read 12 to 15 research articles every week? It looks as though a tool like ChatGPT or Chatio might help with this. As there often is, though, with new technology, and according to the Search Engine Journal website, there is debate over ethical use of AI-generated content and whether or not Google considers content written by AI as auto-generated content, which is like spam to them, which could trigger a manual penalty, whatever that is. The last thing we need is to be in Google jail again. use AI as the tool it is, not the end all be all. Avoid a simple copy and paste of the responses you receive. Trust your inner creative and enhance the response to assemble a valuable piece of content for your ideal customers. Consistently creating and distributing content has helped double my audience and my revenue many times over, both as a field notary and as a trainer, author, creator, and investor. I know it will help you too, no matter which direction you choose to scale or pivot your business. And if using AI helps you create consistent content, I say go for it. Content creation is that important. And if you're still not sure, ask the chatbot. I did. I asked the chatbot, I said, why should somebody use artificial intelligence to write their blog articles? It gave 4 awesome answers: efficiency, consistency, personalization, and quality. But then it also said, it's important to keep in mind that AI-generated content may not be as authentic or unique as content written by a human. And I think that's the important thing to remember. Your personality matters. But can you believe the AI knew that about itself? This artificial intelligence has taken know thyself to a whole new level. Now, if you're scribe raging me right now for advocating the possibilities with artificial intelligence, I get it. It took me a minute to embrace the inevitable as well. I think the tech layoffs of late are going to cause a surge of innovation in the next 2 to 3 years, and AI is a hot focus right now. So if you happen to be a fellow graphomaniac, rest assured, even with AI, and maybe because of it, the divide between good writing and great writing will widen. And therein lies another opportunity. It's everywhere. So tell me what you think. Will you try using artificial intelligence to create content for your own notary business? Write it in the comments below. Visit notarycoach.com/blog if you want to read the article in its entirety and see the examples I provided. Thanks for listening.